Welcome to She is the Boss podcast. I am Kelli Bos, your host, sharing my life story for your life story. I like coming on sharing stories with you that will encourage you, motivate you, maybe just simply make you laugh, and maybe even make you clutch your pearls and gasp because who knows what I'm going to talk about and say. But nonetheless, it's stories from my personal life that I hope helps you in your life. So today I had some really good stuff happen. Um, Even though the day uh, throughout the day was a little kooky, but it wasn't until I got on this mic and decided to share the good part in the day did it change the outcome of my day. So I had I was looking for a shed for my fabric. Now follow me. Looking for a shed with my fabric. Oh yeah, big issue, right? But I needed that. And I didn't want to buy anything at the moment. I wasn't going to have anything else built. I was done, right? And my neighbor, there's brownstones around us, and so when I was looking down, I could see. I said, "Oh wow, they're having a shed built. That's really nice." And so they built the shed, and then I was like, "Oh, what are they going to do with that other shed? I wonder." But then he placed it in front of his car, and I said, "Oh, it's probably for tools or the bikes for the kids, right?" Okay, moving on. So last night, night before last, my other neighbor calls, and he's like, "Kelly, go to the window." So I go to the window. I have a bonnet on. I mean, I guess no different than this hat, but I had my bonnet on in my pajamas because I was going to go to bed. So he says, "Look out the window." So I look out the window and he waves. He goes, "Look, follow me, follow me." So I'm following him with my eyes. And he goes, "Look at this right here." He was like, he knows this guy and his family. And he says, he asked me, did I know anybody that wanted this? And I said, I sure do. And so I was like, get out of here. Perfect everything. So I picked it up today and just so thankful, right, for the shed. And it's just enough for my fabric. It's so cute. So long story short, I was like, wow, what a good day. That was so cool. So even when my friend was putting it in the truck, he was like, look at you. You are so happy. I mean, I had a smile from here to here. I mean, it's not, I don't need a lot to make me happy. It's those little moments that feel like, this is so cool, right? So, um, then, later on towards the end of the day, which is now, I was getting a little tired. I had did a lot of running today, had the grandkids, had to get the little shed out the truck, drag it, wash it, then neighbors were little, there's all kind of stuff, right? But then coming on this podcast and being able to share the story with you all brought me back to, oh my goodness, what a good moment. It felt so good. It just made me feel good hours ago. And even though other things may have happened throughout the day that may have frustrated me, being able to come and talk about something that was good brought me back to a good feeling again. So it reminded me that throughout the course of the day, even when things are, try to go back to something that's good, either that day, yesterday, or somewhere in your life. My other podcast, I said going back is a good thing as long as you're going back to the good. And so pull something forward. Remember something good that made you laugh or made you just, like, oh, wow, that was dope. Because then every time you go back to that moment, it really does cancel out some of the other things that are happening around all of us in this world. We're still here on planet Earth, even though I don't know we feel that way, but we are. And so you got to hold on to the good stuff. And so that's what I held on to today, but not until I did the podcast because I was resharing something that was good. So maybe reshare something that was good with someone else, or journal it, or talk to yourself in the mirror, or no, that's not crazy. It's pretty common. And so, but speak it back out again to turn your day around because it's not like you may not be the person that has all kind of positive people around you that are always saying encouraging things and always like, hey, wait, well, here another great thing that happened today. That may not be your environment. And if it's not, then you have to find the excitement yourself. You have to find what makes you have to do it. You have to dig down deep and find it. And there's a lot to be thankful for. Like, watch this. Oh, that's a good one right there. I'm thankful because I'm able to inhale, exhale today, right? So find the good today. Find the good every day. Take it one day at a time, but there's still good out there. I don't even think I've stopped smiling through this podcast because I can kind of see. my shed over there, my little storage, and I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to get my fabric in there," and it's a big deal. So, I hope that you find some joy out of this, some happiness. I hope that you think about it and say, "What happened to me today or yesterday that can bring a smile to my face." As it's getting late in the evening. It's 5:02 here on the East Coast, so it's getting later in the evening, and the weather's starting to change. So it's getting darker here, honey. By 2:45 p.m., it's gonna be lights out. It is so dark here, and so a lot of people experience seasonal depression and everything else because the weather, the lighting, and everything changes so drastically here. But hold on to something that's good. Hold on to something that's good. And so, I would love to know what good story you have. Go ahead and write it in there. Like, why not help each other stay encouraged or help everybody laugh and help everybody feel good, right? Why not make it a podcast of good things? So, thank you for joining me. I'll join you right back here again on someday. I don't really have a schedule yet, right? But nonetheless, I'll join you back here again. Thanks for hanging out with me. Stay safe, be well, be blessed. Kelli Bos.